All right, come get dressed with me. Today I have a busy day. Today is Memorial Day, but I don't know when you'll see this. So it's a sunny day. I'm so happy. I have lots to do inside and out because my brother's coming for tomorrow. His wife, David Amy, the detective. And I told him I'm going to be doing another interview, and he said, all right. Amy and I will be planning it on our way down because he won't just let me ask any question on camera because he likes to protect the innocent, which I can relate, whatever the word is. I can hear Jamie out there mowing the lawn. I put on my sunscreen. I have to reapply later if I'm out there for very long. I know, so you don't need to tell me in the comments. Now, Jamie has a cold. So he's snotting and coughing again. And you can't get into the doctor for a month. So I'm telling him he has to go to urgent care. I didn't really want to go with him to urgent care because he's just getting a prescription for it. They know him there. But I don't know if he'll go unless I take him and make him go. So we'll see what happens. But I don't think we can, I don't know. Now, they gave him an antibiotic for his gout because they thought it might be an infection, but it wasn't. So he has those antibiotics. But we all know different antibiotics work for different things. So, I don't know. I'll have to look it up. Maybe if I look it up, I can find out and play doctor myself. I don't know. They give him other stuff too, though. Now, as you know, as you just witnessed, my face makeup, I do not get a puff and go, and I asked my daughter, what is the point of that dabbing that stuff? And she goes, well, it's supposed to get in the pores better. Well, I didn't see any problem with just rubbing it in. It seemed like it got in the pores good rubbing it in. And I've done that my whole life. And I got married 3 times. And I have friends. People said I looked good. So I'm not changing it. I'll blend it in still and wear my powder. And I don't do that contour blending. So I'm not going to mess with it. You can do it if you want. I'm not saying, and I know you probably, some of you have why you have to do it, why it's better for you. You're not stretching your skin, or I don't know, all the reasons, but you do you, I'll do me, and we'll both be happy. That's what people don't understand on these YouTubes, my morning talk show. We all are different. We all were raised different. We all have different ideas, different values, different protocol, different, so we can all just be you. And if you aren't the best you can be, then try to be the best you can be, being you. And if there's somebody that has a good idea you like, then try it. Maybe it'll be good. If you don't, I tried that sponge thing going on. First of all, you had to get it wet every morning. And I sit down here to do my makeup, and the sink's way over there. I don't want to get up and go get it wet again. And plus, I think that it just harbors germs and harbors all the makeup in those sponges. You're wasting it. How much makeup's in those brushes and sponges you're just washing off? So if you just use your hand, your fingers, works better. But I'm not a makeup artist. I'm old school. Both my daughters use those sponges. So, more power to them. So I have a lot to do today. Today, I'm going to make Happy Memorial Day. And I looked it up. Memorial Day is to remember the veterans and the people who died and served in the war and everything. But here, it's like Memorial Day, everybody takes flowers to the grave for everybody. So, I mean, that's really nice. Even Jamie put flowers on his dead wife's grave. Now, see, I draw the line. I will buy him the flowers because he always goes and buys the most expensive ones to put on the grave, artificial ones. I'm like, Jamie, that is such a waste of money. The wind blows them away. They throw them away, everything. Just go to the Dollar Tree and get them. Here he bought some at Ross and paid a lot. You know, those are like house ones. But I didn't say anything because maybe that's his relationship. So I, go for it. But he didn't put any flowers on his mom and dad's grave. And, I would want to put flowers on my mom and dad's grave too. But I guess he leaves it up to his sisters. Anyway, and then his daughter, Stephanie, and he put flowers on her grave that's right beside. And then, of course, that's his headstone too, with him and the ex-wife's picture on it. Not the ex-wife, the dead wife's picture, him and her. And then all the children's names and everything. And then they both have vases built in. So he puts them on his side too. And I always laugh. I said, that's so nice. You put flowers on your grave when you're not even dead. He has to have it balanced. But that's his thing, not mine. And I will refuse to put flowers on his dead wife's grave. Because to me, that's his thing, not me. I didn't know her one bit. And I don't want to do it. So he has kids. Clint could do it. Clint lives in town. Go put flowers on your mom's grave. Anyway, sometimes we draw the line. I do. So he can do it. Anyway, then I still am saying anyway all the time. So I'm going to make, today I'm demonstrating. It might be tomorrow, but I got to do them on Monday. I always do this to make the hood because, I have hooded eyes and you can't see my eyelid. So I put this dark line above where it should really be as far as the crease in my eye that's not there. And then it opens your eyes more. Nothing does, but, I go through the motions. Like the eyebrows. Then I put my glasses on. Then you can't even see the eyebrows anyway. But, and here's the ship. This is what I'm going to do. This is the ship that we're going to go on. We're in September and October. We're going on the cruise. Going to Seattle. We'll fly to Seattle. And then in Seattle, we'll go to Hawaii, Tahiti, some other island, and then Fiji, and then Australia, and then fly to Hawaii and fly back to Salt Lake. So this is the cruise ship. And so what I do is I get a picture of it on my printer, and then I make a magnet. I'm going to cut around it, and I might make one for everybody who's going. So we don't have to buy the magnets on the ship, because, they charge a lot. Mine aren't all right. They're not quite as nice, but it'll be fine for the fridge. And I did that when we went to Alaska for Amy and I. So, we still have over 100 days before the cruise. So, I'm not packing yet. I got this new eyeliner, and the brush is so little and thin. I got to be really careful. And I made a mistake. And I'm surprised not more people didn't catch it. About mailing the packages today. It's Memorial Day. They're closed. And so one lady on the comment said it. But when I was laying here last night thinking, what am I going to do tomorrow? I thought of it myself. Then I read it. Jamie read it to me and stuff. I go, oh yeah, I know. I thought of that. So, sorry, it's not my holiday. So I have to, my rag bag, I need a rag. I got some eyeliner on my finger. This is the best idea. Get you some little rags. Put by your nest, wherever you are. And then when you don't have to use your pretty, because I don't want to see my pretty rag. I don't want to put my stuff that probably won't ever come off on my pretty rags. So I have these little old t-shirt rags. Husband's old t-shirts. I told about that in one of my first videos, to always, I put one in the car. And my ex-husband, the girl's dad, that's one thing. He was an alcoholic, but he did have some good ideas. And he said to me one time, he told me when I first met him, it's really true, always keep a towel in your car, because you never know when you're going to spill something, start bleeding, need something, and a towel you have to have. And so I always have, and it was a good thing I did, because when I had Hillary in the car, there was that towel I wrapped her up in. No, it wasn't too clean, but it was better than nothing. She survived. And as you see, look, Emily cut all these. She asked me if I wanted her to, and I said, sure. It was all those broken hairs, and she said if she cut them, they would grow then. I think they have grown, but they're kind of ugly. I've seen other people have them, though, and it looks cute, so I like to curl it. But I slept in this bun so I'd have curly hair today, but the bun still looks good, so guess what? I'm leaving it up today. I'm not even going to redo it because I have to clean the hot tub. I drained it already. Well, Jamie drained it, and I got the filters out, and so I got to go clean it. So I'm going to take you with me and let you see it. But I don't know if you can hear, because when the water's running full force, you might not be able to hear. So if I don't talk, it's because you can't hear anyway. But, you got to see what I do every day. This is what I do in a day. I clean the hot tub, make funeral potatoes, when I sit and rest, I'll be working on my crocheted tissue boxes. Okay, what I decided I will do is maybe give away one a week and work on, I have your addresses, and last time I tried not to show your addresses. That one lady on the comments said, you're not supposed to show the private information. Well, I didn't. I just held the package up in my tablet. You can't read it. But I want to tell you something nowadays, people. If you didn't know this, and I've gotten verification from a policeman, a teacher, you can find anybody nowadays. You can find out their address. You can find out where they live. You can find out anything. You could go to Google Map and look at their house. You can do anything. People, you can't hide nowadays. And I'm not saying I'm going to show my Social Security number or something, but, you can't really hide nowadays. So if anybody's out to swindle somebody, I don't think it's too hard for them. So I didn't show them full on. And I'm not going to give out anybody's address to anyone else. I'm not publishing them. I'm just getting your addresses if you win to mail you. And the problem is, why I did it that way was because I did it before that I said, I'll send you something, or you could be a winner. Then I have to text back, what is your address? And then they don't answer, and da-da-da-da-da. And maybe they didn't really care about winning. So that's why I say, if you're seriously wanting to win, then email me your address. And I promise on my mother's life, my mother's grave, my children's lives, I will not give your address to anyone, or your whole name, or anything. It's all private, okay? All right. Did I do everything? Usually I get out and I go, I forgot my mascara. And I did. I forgot it again. People one lady asked, why is this your favorite mascara? It's called Essence Lash. Because I think it's thicker. It's really, now I always bend the wand because I like a crooked wand. Can you see it on there? It's like thicker stuff. and it just like holds to those eyelashes. And my sister Carolyn, she uses it too, and I noticed another YouTuber uses it, and it is so good for, it finds, I liked Mary Kay eyelash stuff, mascara, but it was so expensive. And one time I bought Mary Kay mascara and gave to several of the ladies, and but you know, they opened it and it's like, oh, big, is that all she got me? But it's expensive. So this is like $5. And I bought them for all the granddaughters for Christmas one year because they're just starting to wear makeup and they loved it. But do not buy it from Temu. It looks the same, kind of, but it's fake and it's thin, and you know how some of them are. And I don't know about you, but if I'm putting it on there, I want something on there to put on there, not that just that thin stuff. And so that's what I do. And then I copy my high school friend that was my sister-in-law from my first husband, but then we divorced, but she's still my high school friend. And she would always take a straight pin, and where the eyelashes are gooped up, be careful, and then just divide them and spread it out with the pin. That works perfect. But you don't really have to worry about that if nobody's going to be close up to you in the day. Now that I do everything, my lips. Remember this, the Temu lipstick. Hurry! I'm ready. But I like to point it up better. Like that. And then I drink, and then nobody can see it anyway. But at least I know. It just makes me feel better. I don't know if I'm going anywhere today. I don't know if anyone's coming here today. I have things, my things to do, and I feel better with makeup on. And I feel more put together, and I tried. My husband doesn't care. He doesn't notice. It's only for me. Okay. I just put my bag under my chair here. And then if Jamie goes, we're moving, I just grab it and I can go with all my makeup. And I took out my tower of makeup that was down here. I had got one of those, you know, things to organize. And I put it up here and it looked like crap. So I took it down and then I put it down here. And then it was just like a big clutter bug mess. I couldn't take that anymore. So I took it out. I took all that was all my extra new makeup and my things I don't use much. I got one of those suitcases from Temu and I put it all in there and zip it up. And then I can put the suitcase and store it in the closet. Then when I need new makeup, I just go get it. And then it's handier. I don't need it displayed. So I like that idea better. And the hair might be funky. I don't really care because I'm working today. Cooking, I need my hair out of the way for, cooking. And so I'm going to demonstrate the funeral potatoes because I make them a little different. And mine are better because I put cream cheese in them, not just sour cream. And I'm going to show you that because I'm sure you all know how to do it already, but I'm still going to show it to you. And I wanted to show you this other thing. Now, people are wondering, please, where can I get the pattern for this? You can't see the black one very good. It doesn't show up. Here's the black one, the pillows. I need contrasting pillows on the black one. Here's my thumbnail. They always say, tilt your head. Here. Thumbnail. Stupid. You can click anything. See, when you do it, YouTube will find the slow pictures and put them on there themselves. And they give you 4 different pictures to choose from. But I like them. Sometimes they pick out real good ones. But if you go through your own little video, you can edit and then you can push the button and go slowly. Oh, here's a good one. And then do the clicking, how you screenshot your own picture. And then you can do it that way. All right, I wanted to show you. People keep asking. So I'm going to show you once and for all. Go to, on your YouTube, go to crocheted couch tissue box cover in the search. Punch it in. It has a 52-minute tutorial. And, oh, just a minute. My closed captions are on and I don't want them. I don't want them on. How do I turn them off? I don't know how. Anyway, if you go on YouTube, crocheted couch tissue box cover, and they have so many, and it will give you little step-by-step crocheted instructions for beginners. Go. All right. Let me push go. Okay. I'll get into it a little. I didn't even need to buy my pattern because here it is on here. A lady told me about it, and they give you all the instructions how to do it. Plus, there are so many other, there's a bigger one. I don't know why you would need that long of one. I'll show you. Here's one out of, I think, fabric. It shows you how to make one out of fabric. Here's a double. Double couch back cushion. Fabric one. Fabric one. Here's one. And you can get, and look at this back, has a cuter back. Goes choo 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 choo, you know what I mean. And then they even have them that are like, no, just a plain crocheted cover without looking like a couch. And, you know, it's nothing that is like a sacred pattern. And a monkey. Oh, I got into, look, a striped one. Oh, I wanted to show you the striped one. That's darling. So anyway, I wonder what else they show you on here. Crocheted patterns, cute things we never thought of. Now, I tweaked the pattern a little. And I'll tell you, oh my. What is this? And she sells them. She gets her, I don't know what it is. What do you use that for? She crochets around her popped lids. I don't know what she's doing. Okay, I don't want to see, I just want to see what it is. I don't know what it is. Why would you do that? Crochet around it. I don't know. But I tweak it a little, and I'll show you how. Because the original pattern, the stitches for the top piece, they only do it less than 20. I do 21 and then, you know, come around. So then I'm doing crocheting 10 on each side of this slit. And that fits better when their pattern is too narrow. And also, I put an extra stitch in this because maybe they used to make tissues that were not as many. And so if you have a box of tissue, chain your, and then just measure, because I think it needs another couple stitches. This one is perfect. So, and I made the pillows smaller. The pillows, I don't know how many stitches they were, but I only make mine narrower and littler because they were too big and they were overwhelming. So my first one didn't turn out too well, which I didn't have enough yarn anyway. And so Macy wants it. So I'm going to finish it with the different color pink yarn. And then Credence wants one so bad, which I'm just laughing that he wants one. But I said, he picked out his yarn. He wants blue, but he wants it to open like, both of the kids want it to open like this so they can put things in them for little kids because they don't ever have tissues in their room. So this one has a slit. This one's mine. I'm not giving this one away. And I reinforced the tissue box with contact paper so it's more sturdy because tissue boxes aren't very strong cardboard. And then I stitched it right here carefully. But on theirs, I will do it the whole way because on this one, I made it versatile. So if I wanted to change it, because I didn't know if I'd like this, but I do. And I put my comb and brush in here for over here. So it's out of the way, kind of. Then you have this in the way. anyway, that's what I do. I'll probably change next week. Like I try everything kind of organizing, and then I change it next month because it's driving me nuts. And what's the main issue, the real bottom line problem? I have too much stuff. I know, that's it. So I got to decide to part with some of the crap, but I can't. I just love it all. So I got to stop loving all this crap. Now, some of your glasses you get, they don't stay on your head good. And then I'm going to be cooking and looking down. I got to get ones that are sturdy on my head. And these don't look the best on me, but they're sturdy on my head. But then the problem with them is these little, I hate these kind of nose stops on glasses, because if you put them on your head, they stick in your hair, and then you pull them down and you rip your hair out. Whereas these, I can do that. But these fall off. They need adjusted. Yes, I know you can adjust them. Jamie's need adjusted too. All right. So I'm going to show the hot tub cleaning and the funeral potatoes. Tomorrow, that will be tomorrow. And then the next day I'm planning on recording David. I don't know how long he's staying, but the detective show. And we still want to go to the treehouse. I didn't get to all last week because it was horrible weather. This week's supposed to be better weather, so maybe we'll get to go up there and Jamie can tell you and show you how to build the treehouse. It'll be interesting. You have to, like anything, foundation first. You have to put the studs in the big lamb beams in the trees for foundation. He found 3 trees that were, close, so he could put the foundation pieces in. So it's not going anywhere. And he got these long bolts. I don't know how long, however how wide the tree is. So it's very sturdy. So he'll tell you how he did it. And he designed it, he built it, and his 2 sons and daughter helped him with the lifting the stuff on the scaffolding and the hammering and stuff. But he did. It's him. It's Jamie. As you can tell by my house, it's Jamie. He's a designer. And we have a lady up above, and she's from the same ancestry, the Calls, and she designed her house and stuff. And she said one time, we get it from the Call great-grandfather or whoever it is, because he was the same way. He designed and made unique buildings and architecture, and and then on the Burton side, they're inventors. So Jamie got it from both sides, and then he just makes things that are unconventional. One lady, the doctor's wife, came in my house the other day. No, I lied. A couple years ago. This looks like a California house. I don't know what that meant, except we have water features. Nobody else much. Now, Jamie's sister, she has a sunroom with a koi pond in it. And so did Jamie's mother at one time in her back porch or something. She had a pond. I never saw it. But so they're all like that. And they love rocks and pretty rocks, and they want them. They covenant rocks. When we travel, Jamie goes, "Oh, look at that rock. That would make a beautiful decorative rock." I didn't even look at it. And, "Oh, look at that rock. You could make a waterfall with that one. So beautiful." And then if he can, he buys them or tries to bring them back home. But usually you need a tractor because they're hard to get. But, when we travel, that's what he looks at. That one in our waterfall, I think we bought it in Oregon. He went to this rock shop, and it's like a bowl and heavier than heck, but he bought it to use, And that's the sad part when you sell, you'd have to sell your house with those great finds in them, all the beautiful rocks that were perfect for this. You'd have to start over. But we did before. Our old house, he made a pond out front of it. It was beautiful, and bonsai trees and everything, and we sold it, and then those people just filled it up, buried it, flattened it, made a parking lot. So that's what people do, because it's not their hobby. So that's when, if we ever sell this house, it's hard to sell to somebody who this isn't their hobby. Like his mother-in-law, Jamie's mother-in-law with the dead wife, she just oh, why would I want that in my house? You know, the waterfall. Why would I want a pond in my house? Why would I, why would I want dead animals hanging on the walls? So she didn't like any of that stuff. And then Jamie couldn't be married to somebody who wouldn't let him, you know, develop his dreams and spread out. And I let him. It's not my hobby, though. Don't make it be my hobby. I have my own. You know, I have plenty of my own things to do today. He has his every day or the night before even. What are you going to do tomorrow? What are you going to do today? And we tell each other what we have planned. Now, in the hot tub, we're working together because he drained it for me. But then he can't get in it. I got to get in it and clean it and stuff. And he's not too good at that because his balance and stuff. But I took the filters out, and then he hoses them off and cleans them. And then I put them in and hose the whole thing down and then let it drain and then do it again and then scrub it. Anyway, that's why I hate the grandkids to get in the hot tub because they dirty it so much. And in the past, kids wanted to get in, and I say, no, there's adult water in it right now. Well, the little kids, oh, all right. They just take that for, the adult water's in it. Okay. But then when he got a little older, he goes, what does adult water mean? So then I had to come up with a solution that it's brand new. When the water's brand new, I get to get in it when it's brand new because I don't put chemicals in it yet until later. And I love the water without chemicals. But then when all the little kids start getting in and they put their heads in it and they, then like yesterday, I just let them all get in. I didn't care because I'm going to change it. Put your head in it, swim in it. Just don't get grass in it because you have to pick the grass out. It won't go down the drain and it's a pain. So I wonder how old we will be when we can still change the hot tub water. And they don't realize it's really hard to do it for us old people. So that's why I say no a lot to them not getting into it. Jamie did it good because the drain is right built into it. So we don't have to put a hose out the door to drain it or anything. It's right in the bottom. He made the drain into the septic system. So that's good. But it still is a chore to change. And then it takes overnight to heat up again. We don't have to worry about water. Like in California, I think they have to worry about water a lot. But we don't because we have a well. And the water that drains out from the ponds and the hot tub goes into the lawn. The gray water, is that what it's called? He has it plummeted out there. So it waters the lawn too. And then it seeps down into the ground, filters into the well, and then we reuse it. So we're not wasteful. Like when that pond out there, when we drain it and fill it, we're using the same water probably that's filtered into the well. We have a good well. So now you know everything. And last summer, it was fall, we had the septic tank pumped. But we have two. Jamie built the septic tank, has two big tanks. So it lasted for 20 years. And then we just thought, we better have that pumped because, you don't want a problem. But the guy said it was fine, but it was good we did it. But anyway, I hate thinking of that stuff. Ugh. So with just two of us living here, I don't think the septic tanks would fill up very much because it has the leach filled and everything. But when we have a whole crowd living here, then it probably is more work on it, more filling, I guess. I don't know. And yes, I got stuff to flush down it, and we did everything right. Don't worry. Don't worry about us. We know. We're old. Jamie watches every YouTube about learning anything about anything we have, and then what we don't. Yesterday, they asked in church, or the speaker in church said, do you know how long it took for them to translate the Bible? And we're, most everyone's sitting there going, and Jamie goes, 7 years. And I'm looking at him. And then the guy said, 7 years. I said, Jamie, how did you know that? I heard it on TV once. Well, I probably did too, but I didn't remember it. So now you learned something today. The Bible took 7 years to translate it. Is that the King James from the original, whatever, Egyptian graphic? I don't know what it really was to begin with. Anyway, 7 years. So, I wonder if Jamie even knew the men who did it, the names of them and stuff. He told me. I don't remember. That's the unfairness of all of this. I should always make sure I'm over here so you can see my material mom, and the word above it I'm not going to say because we all know, but they did say always check because somebody on YouTube unsubscribes you. So, check it. If you like somebody and you want to have their things keep popping up so you can see the latest of what they're wasting your time with. And I'm just rambling about things that my mind thinks of very quickly. I'm lucky, right? I'm lucky in that. Now, I did some research on dementia. I want to read the list someday of the signs of dementia because we know who might have dementia in our lives. And we need to know and look out for that. And anytime Jamie forgets something, I go, dementia. I know my list, So we're going to go through that one day. And another thing I want to do is go through, well, you probably don't want to go through that, but there's that one lady on TV that tells about the last days of people's lives, what it's like when you have different sicknesses, cancer, whatever, and everything. I love hearing about that because, we got to watch for those signals to know so we can do the hand thing. Jamie goes, I'm sorry I squoze your hand so hard in there, making your hand all... See, look, he squoze my hand and it all went, eh. And so all these veins are all popping up because he was squeezing my hand. I want to do it again. Make my hand be outstretched so it won't have wrinkles. It doesn't really matter. It's just for Jamie and I. The kids are not going to want it. And I had to edit that video. If you haven't seen it, go watch it, the hand. I had to edit a lot out because I don't know how to do it. I know I go to iMovie. It's an app that you get on your phone. And then you make your movie and put all of your videos that you took, separate videos in, and it combines them, and then it makes a movie. And so I can do that really good and edit it and everything. But then when it comes to exporting it, it says it's too long to export. So it can only be less than 25 minutes. It only can be less than 20 minutes for it to do that. Well, I know other people have longer videos when they do that, so I don't know how to make it have more room to export. I bought more space on my phone. I deleted everything so I'd have more room. My kids don't know about it. I go on YouTube. Nobody seems to know how I can do that. So I don't know who to ask. So I had to edit that video. Well, there's things I said in it that, I would have liked to be in there because I said, I wonder which one of our kids will inherit this hand thing. And I said, well, we know Jamie's kids don't want it because they don't like me. So they don't want to think of me married to their dad because they want their mother to be married to their dad. So if you have like Trevor and Misty, the couple married forever, David and Amy, the kids will fight over it. But if you have a split, combined marriage, nobody's really going to want it. It's not my dad. So I don't see my kids fighting over it. And Jamie's hand was so big around my hand that, not much of my hand shows. But one lady said, her husband died, she's going to do her hands in a praying and do it for her kids. So maybe I'll just do one of my own, doing something of my own. And then my kids said they would want to do this with their husband for the handprints. But I don't like to do that with Jamie's hands because his fingers are so fat, it feels like my fingers are doing the splits. So I don't ever hold Jamie's hand like that. His hand is too big. His finger is, everybody's different. And so his other wife, she had bigger hands than me. And so he had to learn how to hold hands with the new wife, that her hands are scrawny and they're not strong. I can't reach an octave on the piano. And, I have limitations if your hands are smaller. And some of you know that too. And then Jamie looked in the drawer in the kitchen and I bought this opener from Temu that's wonderful, which I'm going to do a video of everything I've bought from Temu that I use and love. And then maybe I should do another one, everything I bought that I hate and don't buy. So I'm going to do those two. I'm going to write that down right now. Love, I'm going to love it or hate it and do the videos. Because I can't keep buying this Temu crap to show you so much. Because it's expensive. One lady goes, oh, more free stuff you're showing us. No, I bought it all. I spent like, don't tell Jamie, about $900 last month. What month? May. $900 in May to buy all that stuff to show you. Now, I justify it. It's gifts, it's shoes, and, you know, things Jamie needed, things we needed. That sewing machine, that little sewing machine, which does not sew knits very well. Cottons, perfect. Knits, like your stretchy things, it doesn't work too well on that. And would I buy it again? Yeah, because it has batteries. So if the lights go out, no electricity, I'm taking that to my bug out treehouse. I could sew up there with no electricity. But no, I have to buy this stuff. And last month I did get a sponsored $33 sponsored free gifts I could buy to show. That isn't very much. One show, and it wasn't very much. So people who do these YouTube channels on the Temu, they're spending a lot. And I see some people buying expensive stuff. Hey, everybody, she must spend a lot because she'll have expensive things. Now, she has a lot of subscribers, over 10,000, 13,000, those people that have that many. And if they have that many views, I know they're not going to get 10, they might get 10,000 views. She gets up there. Then your paycheck, your monetizing would be more. So then it would pay for a lot of that stuff. But I'm not there yet. So, you know, I spent money doing it. That's why I have to fill in with other stuff that people may not like. They don't like, because I don't get as many views on my morning talk shows. Because, like Jamie goes, who cares? Who wants to hear that? Who would really care? And I said, Jamie, some of us do want to care. Like, I watch people, I want to know, and when they're real private people, you like, I want to know who their wife is. I want to know who, you know, you want to know stuff about them because you like them. Vivian tries, you know, I like her. She's a long time person that tries things and stuff. But I want to know her daughter, and I guess she had a grandchild, but I want to see him and know about her, but she doesn't give out that information. And I know another guy who started a YouTube, and he kept his family private, and it didn't do very well. And I'm thinking, if you would involve more, if they like you, they want to know more about you, right? We'd like to. It's like a reality show about our life, what we do, what people do. It's your friends. And so that's what I want my channel to be, my video friends, finding out, you know, what do other people's family life, what is it like? Because some of them are very sheltered, or very, like, some of my friends don't have a big family. They don't know what it's like to get all together. Some of my people, you know, are in Australia or England. They want to know what another country is like and what they do and what they buy and what they, you know, we want to know. What is that? Inquiring minds want to know. So that's why I don't care if you know what town I live in and what my kids are and what my life is like, because that's why I'm on here, to share, to try to encourage people to be their best, to accomplish things in life, because you're happier when you have a list and you can do things and cross it out. You're happier when you have goals, even if they're small goals, to accomplish and to get things done. And then you're a more interesting person. And I think you're healthier. I was reading a thing that what makes people live longer when they have a bad heart. And one of it was keeping busy, having a family that you love and are interested in. So I can be the family for those people who don't have one. so they'll live longer and have a will to live and have a reason to get up in the morning. What am I going to do? Well, first thing I want to do is see what Angela's up to. I don't care. You can see what I'm up to. I do have some private parts. I'm not going to show you. But anyway, I'm not even going to go into that, what the private parts are. But we do have privacy about certain things, okay? But I'm pretty much open book, and my kids know that. And so, like Hillary said yesterday, when somebody said I was rude, and I said, Hillary, you think I'm rude? Did you watch that? And she goes, no, it's just normal for you. Because if Jamie's talking about something I'm not interested in, I might tell him, I don't care. Because otherwise he'll go on for an hour telling me about some Latin names for things that I will never remember. And he's just wasting his voice telling me about those things because I'm not going to remember, and I don't really care what the Latin name for the spider plant is. You know? So then I'll tell him, da, 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 I don't want to hear. Or sometimes I'll tell, when we were first married, I was more polite. But now we've been married almost 30 years. I tell him, I don't care, Jamie. And I know you guys are like that too with your spouse. And sometimes then I just start telling him things about my life that I know he's not interested in. Like, yeah, Jamie, I'm going to try to go get some more yarn to make this new product. You know, he doesn't care. So I'm not rude. When you live with somebody this long, you get to know them. My kids know me. They love me. They laugh at me. We laugh at each other. And we know that you're just being... And if I am rude, they could say, Mom, you're being rude. And I'll say, I know, because I'm your mother and I can tell you anything I want to tell you. And that's the truth. So, all right, have a good day. That's all. I'm going to go get dressed and I'll be in the hot tub cleaning it.